So imagine your heart as this sweet, dependable little organ, right? It's been pumping away for years, helping you move and groove. But plot twist, your heart is, in fact, a ticking time bomb. Don't panic just yet. It's not that dramatic, but it's kinda true. Your heart doesn't actually care about your long-term well-being. It's designed to pump blood, but it does it so relentlessly that eventually it starts to wear down. Sure, it's working its whole life to keep you alive, but over the years, that constant pressure can cause all sorts of fun things like high blood pressure, heart disease, and a potential ticket to the all. It's almost like your heart's playing the long game. I'll just keep working, and when you're 60, we'll see how well that goes. Ever wondered why your blood vessels get narrower as you age? Oh, it's because your body's creating plaque, slowly turning your arteries into clogged highways. So, that sweet, hardworking heart you've got, it's running a marathon on a treadmill that's about to break down. And if you think stress doesn't affect you, the heart's probably rolling its eyes at you. High stress hormones like cortisol keep things nice and tight, and not in a good way. Basically, it's the equivalent of running a car on fumes. Keep pushing it, and you'll be walking to the mechanic soon enough. So, the next time you're stressed out or eating a triple cheese pizza at 2 a.m., just remember, your heart is like that friend who never cancels plans, except it might actually start to get tired of your shenanigans. Your immune system, the supposed protector of your body, bravely fighting off germs and foreign invaders. You trust it with your life. But here's the kicker, it might actually be the one putting you in danger. Your immune system is supposed to know exactly what's good for you and what's not, right? Yeah, turns out it can get confused pretty easily. Autoimmune diseases are proof of that, when your body's defense system decides, hey, what if we attack ourselves today? It's like having an army that mistakes your own soldiers for the enemy. Fantastic. Worse yet, your immune system is incredibly efficient at remembering stuff. So, once it decides it doesn't like something, like a harmless food or even your own tissues, it stores that info in its to-attack list for years. Fun fact, some people's immune systems can start attacking their own joints, organs, and cells. Welcome to the world of rheumatoid arthritis, lupus, and type 1 diabetes. But hey, it's not just when things go horribly wrong. There's a phenomenon called inflammation, which your immune system cranks up to fight infection. Normally that's fine, but sometimes it gets a little too enthusiastic and starts inflaming your body over the most ridiculous things. Chronic inflammation? It's like that overzealous friend who keeps texting you even when you've told them to chill. So your immune system may be doing its best to protect you, but sometimes it's a little too eager, a little too reckless, and maybe a little too much like that over-enthusiastic bouncer at a club who throws everyone out for just looking at the door wrong. You've probably heard that your brain is this genius, brilliant organ, orchestrating every little thing in your body, and to be fair, it does have some pretty cool tricks up its sleeve. But what if I told you that your brain is actively plotting your demise? Not all the time, obviously, but occasionally it's the worst roommate you could have. Let's talk about stress for a second. When you get stressed, your brain releases hormones like cortisol that are supposed to help you fight or run away from danger. That's fine when there's a bear chasing you, but when it's just your boss asking for a report at 4 p.m. on a Friday, things go sideways. Your brain is in panic mode for nothing, and that panic floods your body with harmful chemicals. Over time, prolonged stress leads to heart problems, digestive issues, and even a weakened immune system. Oh, and don't get me started on anxiety. Your brain loves to trick you into thinking the worst is always around the corner, even when it's not. It's like that one friend who always assumes everything's about to blow up, even if you're just talking about what to eat for dinner. And here's the kicker. Your brain is also really good at doing the exact opposite of what's good for you. You know that fight or flight instinct? Sometimes it gets stuck in overdrive even when there's no actual danger. Ever get so anxious that you start sweating just because you're waiting for a text message? Yeah, that's your brain's way of sabotaging your peace of mind. Your brain is like a child throwing a tantrum when you're just trying to exist peacefully. It can literally mess with your body just to entertain itself. Basically, it's the world's most unreliable and overly dramatic drama queen. You probably think of your stomach and intestines as just being there doing their job to break down food and absorb nutrients, but let's face it, your digestive system is like a house party with way too much going on and a complete lack of order. First off, did you know that your stomach acid is so strong it can dissolve metal? Yeah, that's fun, but don't worry. Your stomach has a lining to protect itself, except that lining can get damaged, and you'll find yourself with heartburn or worse, an ulcer. Your stomach is basically one bad day away from starting a fire in your gut. But wait, it gets weirder. Your intestines are home to trillions of bacteria, many of which are supposed to help with digestion. But these guys don't always play nice. If they get out of balance, it can lead to all kinds of lovely conditions like IBS, bloating, and gas. So, while you're trying to enjoy that pizza, your stomach's bacteria might be throwing a full-on rebellion inside you. And let's not forget the time it takes to process food. You could have eaten that burger 12 hours ago, but your stomach and intestines are still holding onto it, acting like they've got all the time in the world. It's like your body's version of that one friend who's always late, except this friend is living in your gut. It's truly impressive how your digestive system manages to mostly work, until it doesn't. So the next time you're feeling sluggish or your stomach feels like it's trying to start a revolution, just know that it's probably your gut's internal chaos at work. Your skin, the largest organ in your body, responsible for holding everything together. It's supposed to protect you, right? It's supposed to keep out germs, keep in your guts, and just be all around fabulous. But guess what? Your skin is actually a master of betrayal. Ever wake up and realize your skin's decided to have a full-blown rebellion in the form of acne, rashes, or mysterious dry patches? One minute, it's perfectly fine, and the next minute, it's throwing you under the bus with a breakout or a nasty sunburn that definitely wasn't from that 5-minute walk you took in the shade. And oh, don't get me started on wrinkles. Your skin is busy getting older every single day and showing it off with pride. All that lovely collagen you had in your youth, slowly being replaced with something that resembles wet tissue paper. Fine, I get it, you're getting older, but could you at least pretend to try skin? The only thing it seems to care about is how fast it can develop crow's feet while you're still trying to figure out how to handle your adult responsibilities. Then there's the real kicker. Your skin is always reacting to everything. Stress? It flares up with acne. Sun? It turns into a lobster. Spicy food? Prepare for a lovely flush. Your skin's like that overdramatic friend who's never happy with the status quo. It thrives on making you feel uncomfortable about your appearance, and there's literally nothing you can do about it except slather on some moisturizer and hope for the best. So, the next time you're looking in the mirror, thinking, what did I ever do to deserve this? Just know your skin is having a little tantrum, and you, unfortunately, have to live with it. Your muscles. Those things that help you lift groceries, carry backpacks, and, move. We all think of them as these sturdy, reliable partners in crime, but let me tell you, your muscles are low-key plotting against you. First off, they have this delightful habit of betraying you at the worst possible time. Ever been in the middle of a workout, feeling strong, only for your muscles to say, nope, and give out on you mid-lift? Or how about that moment when you try to stand up after sitting for hours and your muscles protest with a cramp that makes you question every life choice you've ever made? Muscles are all like, yeah, we're here to help, until you ask too much. But let's talk about the real kicker, muscle memory. We like to think that our muscles remember how to do things like lifting weights or riding a bike. In reality, your muscles just become really lazy. That muscle memory is basically them saying, I'll let you do it, but I'm only doing it because you forced me to do it before. No enthusiasm, no motivation, just the bare minimum. And let's not forget about muscle fatigue. Your muscles will let you know when they're done, whether you like it or not. They get tired, cranky, and eventually just refuse to cooperate. Imagine being on a long hike, trying to power through, only to feel your legs deciding, yeah, we're done here, and crumbling beneath you. That's your muscles giving up the ghost when you need them the most. In short, your muscles are like that coworker who does the bare minimum to get by, then acts like they're doing you a favor. You're lucky if they don't decide to strike on you when you need them most. You've probably never really thought about your lungs much, right? I mean, they're just there working behind the scenes, taking care of your breathing so you can do all the important things in life like talking and eating nachos. But here's the twist, your lungs are only one bad decision away from betraying you in the most embarrassing way possible. First of all, you might not realize this, but your lungs are constantly playing a game of who can hold their breath the longest without you knowing. One minute, you're minding your own business, inhaling the fresh air, and the next, your lungs decide they're just going to forget how to work properly. And let's not even mention how your lungs decide to have a moment when you're lying down in bed at 3 a.m., gasping for air because you're apparently now allergic to your own mattress. Let's talk about asthma for a second. Oh, asthma, that unpredictable guest who shows up uninvited and ruins the party. You could be having a perfectly normal day when bam, your lungs decide, nope, not today, and suddenly you're wheezing and looking for your inhaler like you've just run a marathon. Because why wouldn't you want to suddenly be reminded that your lungs are the ultimate drama queens? And don't get me started on the damage you can do to your lungs with every cigarette, air pollution, and that one random dust cloud you walk through. Your lungs are just trying to survive, but they're dealing with you on a daily basis, and they're getting tired of it. Imagine being locked in a room with smoke, dust, and who knows what else, and then being expected to just keep working. Eventually, even the most hard-working lungs say, I'm done, and you get a little reminder in the form of shortness of breath or even worse. In the end, your lungs are like that overworked employee who finally says, I've had enough of this nonsense. and you're left gasping for air, literally. Let's take a moment to talk about your kidneys, the unsung heroes of the body. They filter your blood, regulate your fluids, and make sure your body doesn't drown in waste products. But here's the thing, your kidneys are way more judgmental than you realize. Picture this, your kidneys are like that one friend who's constantly side-eyeing your decisions, but never actually says anything. You've been drinking water like a good little human for the past couple of hours, and then comes that soda. You know it's not the healthiest choice, but you just can't help it. Your kidneys, however, are already silently judging you. Really? You're gonna make me process all that sugar now? And let's talk about salt. Oh, salt. Your kidneys hate salt. Every time you decide to add an extra sprinkle to your fries or get a little too ambitious with the potato chips, your kidneys sigh deeply. Salt messes with your body's fluid balance, and your kidneys are left working overtime to flush it out. They probably wish they had a do not disturb sign on them by now. But here's the real kicker, kidney stones. You've heard of them, right? Yeah, they're that fun little surprise that your kidneys like to spring on you when they've had enough of your antics. They've been overburdened with your bad habits, and they're ready to retaliate with a literal rock-hard pain that feels like someone's trying to claw their way out of your insides. Fun times. So, the next time you reach for that soda or skip out on water in favor of coffee, just remember, your kidneys are silently side-eyeing you from within, making mental notes for later. If they had a Yelp review, it'd probably be a solid 1 star, would not recommend. Your circadian rhythm. You've probably heard of it. It's the fancy term for your body's internal clock that helps you wake up, sleep, and, in theory, function like a well-oiled machine. It's supposed to sync your sleep schedule with the day-night cycle, ensuring that you feel awake when you should and sleepy when it's time to hit the hay. But here's the truth. Your circadian rhythm is basically a tyrant, forcing your body to comply with its unreasonable demands. Let's break it down. Your body has a natural sleep-wake cycle that's designed to align with the 24-hour day. But this little internal dictator doesn't care about your plans, your deadlines, or your personal preferences. Try staying up late and forcing yourself to adjust to a late-night schedule. You'll quickly find that your body's rhythm isn't impressed. It's like trying to negotiate with a toddler who refuses to take a nap. No matter how much you want to stay up and watch the next episode of your favorite show, your circadian rhythm is saying, nope, you need sleep now. And, of course, there's jet lag, the perfect demonstration of how ruthless your internal clock can be when thrown off by time zones. You think you're in control, but your circadian rhythm will make sure you're jet lagged and miserable for the next few days, leaving you sluggish and disoriented. It's like your body is saying, you thought you could change time zones? Well, guess what? I'm still on my time. Let's not forget that your circadian rhythm is tied to light and darkness. Exposure to natural sunlight helps your brain release serotonin during the day, making you feel awake and alert. But as soon as night falls, your body starts producing melatonin to get you ready for sleep. Ignore this, and you're in for a bad time. If you've ever stayed up too late on your phone or watched a whole season of a show, you felt the wrath of your circadian rhythm trying to punish you the next day. So, in the end, your circadian rhythm isn't the friendly, reliable clock you think it is. It's more like a strict parent that demands you go to bed at a certain time. And if you don't, well, you'll be left feeling like a zombie, paying the price for ignoring its demands. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.